Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I will explain you how the price of crude has moved in the last month or this particular month and how the price of crude can move in the next month, that is January 2023. See, if you look at the chart of crude, what you have seen that crude before 2006 it is continuously moving in a particular zone, but it is quite very low. You can say it is moving below a level of $41. Okay, and this is for quite some time, and this is the only one time it has moved upside, otherwise it was trading in this particular zone. After 2006 we have seen there is a sharp fall has come. Okay, made a half around $147. Okay, and then we have seen there is a continuous downfall. We have seen this is when the recession has come. Okay, then it is tried to move upside and then it was moving in this particular zone. If you look at this particular chart shows you few of the things that you will not, because data cannot lie or the chart cannot lie. Okay, the news and everything or something which you hear and there, it can be manipulated, but the data cannot be manipulated. See, if you look at this particular chart, there is a continuous upside. Okay, after that it tries to make a narrow pattern. Okay, and if you have seen, this is a flag pattern forming, and there was high chances that once it breaks downside, see this trend line has moved and we have seen a sharp fall has come. Okay, and after that what you have seen, again it moved in this particular zone. Again this pandemic situation has come where the price has moved sudden spike downside. See, all these you can see, these are the thing where the price continuously moving down. Okay, these are some of the big events we have seen, but after that we have seen there's a quick recovery had happened. Okay, see, you can see here also. So, and a pattern after pandemic, there is pattern forming. If you look at this particular pattern, that the crude price moved negative and after it is continuously moving upside. Okay, so it has made a half around $129.67, and from there is continuous downfall, and a pattern is created after 2020. If you look at this particular pattern, that it moves and make a high and then a sharp fall we have seen, another high, a sharp fall as we have seen, this being repeated for 4-5 times. Okay, you can check weekly video where I have explained you. But now what we have seen, a swing is forming and there is a continuous downfall in the price of crude. Okay, so this is full month we have seen there is a continuous downfall, and the last month also we have seen the same thing happened. So what we can see looking at the chart for the January 2023, if you have any doubt, mail me at stockmarkettradinglab@gmail.com and one more mail ID in the description. Please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a Telegram link I've given in the description. You can join that too. Okay, as I've already explained you that $77.58, this is a strong support which was acting as a resistance as of now. Now it will act as a support. So once it sustains above that particular level, chances are very high that we can see the price can go towards a level of $85.47, and if that level sustain, chances of moving further upside is there. And if you look at this particular chart, we can see a pattern will form. Okay, and a U pattern will form, which shows that there is a probability that it can go further upside. Okay, if the price sustain above level $85.58. Okay, now it is currently trading at around $78.94. Suppose if the price sustain this particular level, it can go towards a level of around $83.88. Okay, and if the price move up that particular level, then we can see it can touch a level of around $85. Okay, and suppose if the price sustain above that particular level, then we can see it can go towards a level of $85.58. Okay, so once the price sustain above this particular level, what we can see, it can go further upside, and a probability of touching 90.41 is there. Okay, so once the price sustain above 90.41, then we can see it can go further upside, and a probability of touching 93.08 is there, and from there we can see it can go towards a level of around 93.67. Once it sustain this level, we can see a level of 93.67, which is a weak resistance. So you have to keep this in mind. Once started moving upside, we can see it can touch this particular level, and once it touch this particular level, 93.65 is a weak resistance. So chances are very high we can see it can go further high, and a probability of going towards a level of 100.16 is there. Okay, so 100.16, if it sustain above that particular level, then we can see it can go towards a level of $103.75. Okay, and that level also sustain, which is on higher chances. Yes, if it sustain above 85.58, chances of moving further upside is on a higher side. But if it goes below this level, we can see it can move under this particular zone, and a probability of touching 77.58 is there, and from there we can see it can go further low. But if it's sustaining this level, probability of moving further upside is there. So if it goes above a level of 105, probability of touching 107.61 is there, and from there we can see it can go further upside and can touch a level of around $111,167, and then further upside if the price sustain. So you have to keep this in mind, because all these resistance are being a weak resistance, so chances of moving further upside is there if the price sustain above a level of 85.58, and then towards 93 we can see there is a probability of going further high. Okay, but if you look at this particular chart, there we have seen in the crude that after making a swing at this particular level, there is a continuous downfall. Okay, and these 2 months we have seen there is a continuous downfall after making a high of around $94.26, and these levels $94.26 is a weak resistance, so chances of moving further upside is there if at this particular level. And these 2 months there is a continuous downfall. So suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, which is on a chances that if it goes below this particular zone, chances are high that it can touch its next support of around $77.36. Okay, and from there we can see it can go further low towards a level of around $75.29. Suppose if the price didn't sustain that particular level also, then we can see it can go towards a level of around $72.26, and from there we can see it can go further low towards a level of around $69.65. Okay, and suppose if the price fall below that particular level, then we can see it can go towards a level of around $66.36. Keep this in mind, once it fall below a level of around $76.47, a probability of touching 75.29 is there, and from there we can see a level of 72.91. Okay, and once the price fall below that particular level, then we can see it can go towards a level of around $69.65, and from there we can see it can go towards a level of 68.17. Once the price fall below that particular level, we can see a level of 66.98, and once started moving below that particular level, we can see it can go towards a level of $63.13. Okay, and once from there we can see it can move further low, a probability of touching 61.05 is there. So you have to keep this in mind. Once it fall below a level of 77.36, a chances of touching 68.36 is there, and from there we can see it can move further down towards a level of around 62.53. Okay, before that a support at around 66 to a level of 62.24, and if that level also didn't sustain, we can see it can go towards a level of $59.87, and from there we can see it can go further low towards a level of 56.90. Okay, and if the price fall with that particular level, chances are very high that we can see if it fall below a level 56, we can see a level of $55.42, and from there we can see it can go further low towards a level of 50.38. Okay, and if the price fall below that level 50.38, then we can see it can move further low towards a level of around 48.30 to a level of around $43.85. Okay, and once the price fall below 43.85, I'll make another video explaining you where it can go. Any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs in the description. Okay, now understand something. Most of the people lose money in trading. Okay, why? Because see, what I teach in my workshop, that suppose if you are trading with $10,000, try to trade with 10 to 15% of capital per trade. A risk of 0.5 to 1%, that is $50 to $100. Okay, so suppose if you took 5 trades, your maximum risk per trade is 50 to 100, that is $100. Okay, so 5 trades, your maximum risk is $500. Okay, so now this $500, if you lose all 5 trades, you will not be in a burden to recover this amount. You will focus more on profit. Okay, so once you lose 500, exit the trade for the day and then trade the next day, so it will not affect psychology. This is what people do. They lose so much money in the first day itself, they try to recover that amount. Suppose 5,000, 3,000, then they lose their full capital. This is what they do. What I teach in my workshop, how to overcome all these things. Okay, when to strategize, when to trade, when to sit patiently, when to wait for the particular trade, when to hedge, and all these things. If you want to attend that workshop, mail me regarding that and we can work out on the timing. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe it.